In today's video, I'm going to be tidying up the engine bay on my new car. I know a lot of people don't fancy using hoses or pressure washers on their own engine bays, so today I'm going to be doing it without using either of those pieces of equipment. I purchased this car second hand and it's a couple of years old and had done about 16,000 miles at this point. So it was mostly just light dust and sand that I was dealing with, and a waterless technique certainly works well here. So in terms of the things that I used, I have a couple of detailing brushes. These ones are from Carscope. Some microfiber towels, ones that I don't mind getting dirty. A little foam brush to help reach some difficult to access areas. Garage Therapy Rinseless wash at a 1:64 dilution. So for 500ml total of this, I used 8ml of product and 492ml of water. And finally, Garage Therapy's trim, where I used a 1:9 dilution. So for a 500ml solution again, I just mixed up 50ml of product to 450ml of water. The final piece of equipment that I used was my vacuum. So here is the Henry HVR 160, and I use the brush attachment with this. Now this is a totally optional step, but I do actually find it quite useful to help mop up quite a lot of the dust and sand, so I'm not kind of smearing it around as much with my towel and brushes later on. As I'm using the brush head attachment, this not only helps to agitate some of that dust, but also produces much lower suction power compared to the crevice attachment, so I'm not worried about dislodging anything in this process. One thing I was conscious of was making sure to put the hose of the vacuum over my shoulder or behind me so that it wasn't bashing against the car throughout this process. I also in some places used one of the detailing brushes to help agitate some of the dust so it could be more easily pulled away by the vacuum. I always like to start on the underside of the bonnet so that any dust that might fall down throughout the process will be vacuumed up when I do the bay itself rather than the other way around, where I might be chasing my tail a bit more. Next, I went in with my Garage Therapy Rinseless wash in the spray bottle combined with a microfiber towel just to wipe down some of the bigger areas. Again, I started with the underside of the bonnet on the heat shield. This is something I don't like to saturate, and certainly in this case, it really didn't need any more than a quick wipe down, using a few sprays on the towel. Now, it probably go without saying, but I always like to do this on an engine that is cool, and I also do like to pick a day where it is quite overcast and not too warm, so that I don't have any issues with chemicals drying out quickly. So along with the microfiber towel, I did use the detailing brushes in the more intricate areas, again just with a little bit of that Rinseless sprayed into the bristles to help agitate some of that sand and dust, so it could be easily wiped away with the microfiber towel. I am careful of certain areas where I want to avoid sort of agitating and spraying solution into, just to be on the safe side, so areas like the alternator, if the intake is exposed, any wiring or connectors, and also the battery. I also like to keep wiping the bristles of that brush to make sure that I'm not collecting too much dirt and kind of smearing it around rather than lifting it up. And I also do keep folding the microfiber towel so that I'm using a different section, again so I'm not smearing that dust around, and I'll swap to a new cloth if I feel like it's getting too dirty. I do like to work in quite small sections where I'm agitating and then wiping to make sure the chemical doesn't dry out and I can work more methodically. Now you may be wondering why I'm using a rinseless wash here instead of using something like a degreaser or all-purpose cleaner. Now I have used that in the past and it has worked well. However, what I like about rinseless is that I don't really have to worry about residue. It easily wipes away at this dilution without really leaving anything behind. Whereas if I'm using an all-purpose cleaner, I do feel like I have to wipe that up with a damp microfiber towel afterwards in order to remove that residue. And especially when I'm only dealing with light dust and sand like I am here, I don't feel like I need the power of a degreaser. Obviously, if I was dealing with loads of oil and grease, then that would be beneficial, but here it's just not really necessary. On my previous car, I used to do this routine every 6 months, and it kept the engine bay looking pretty good all year round, and I plan to do that with this car too. Now, I know the general advice when doing an engine bay is to do it before you wash the car, in case you get any chemical overspray onto the bodywork and you want to wash that off afterwards. I do think that's a good idea, but I would be mindful of doing it when your car is very dusty, as if you are potentially leaning over the car a little bit, there's always that risk of you kind of rubbing the dust against the surface. So I do at least like to do this when the car isn't that dirty, so that I can protect the paintwork a bit more. Now the final kind of optional step that I used here was to use a water-based dressing just to darken those plastics and kind of finish off the look. Now I'm using the Garage Therapy trim at a 1:9 dilution, so this is a pretty low concentration of the product and it leaves a very, very subtle finish. I like that because I'm not going to be applying it to every single area of plastic in the engine bay, and I don't want the areas that I've missed to kind of stick out like a sore thumb. So this is the ideal finish for me. It's not going to last forever, and I know some people like to use trim coatings instead, but for me this is completely fine. Now I'm going to cut to some before and after shots, so hopefully you can see a bit of a difference. The engine certainly wasn't filthy to begin with, it just needed a light tidy up, and I think this routine works perfectly well. And without filming, usually only takes me about 20 minutes to do. If you have enjoyed this video, then it would as always be brilliant if you dropped it a like, and thanks very much for watching.